Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a blessed day. Coming at you guys today with a tutorial on how to actually use the Agria remote controlled lawnmower. Funny enough, Agria is actually based out of Germany. So when you look around on how to actually use this thing, you're going to find that a lot of people are doing it in German. So I don't know how many people are actually going to be doing this in English. So it's going to be awesome. It's super simple. Even your 5-year-old son can figure it out. Okay. So if you guys want to come over here really fast, before we even start anything, what you want to just obviously, and any machine when you're working with it, is you want to take a quick look around, see how it is, look at the tracks and everything. And then when you come over here, before even getting your controller, is you want to make sure that the emergency stop here, this is pulled all the way up. When it's pushed all the way down, that means it's completely stopped. It's not going to work. So you want to pull it all the way up. And then if you come a little bit closer here, you'll see that there is an off and an on switch. So before you even doing anything with the Agria, you want to make sure that this is turned on. And now that you'll see the light is blinking. Perfect. All right. So here's a closer view of the Agria controller. I know it looks a little bit confusing right now, but I promise you I'll be able to break everything down. So first and foremost, let's start with this big red knob. It's very similar to the Agria one that you guys saw earlier. So just like that one, to be able to make sure it's all good to start, is you want to make sure that this thing's pulled all the way up. If you want to stop the machine while it's started, just push down again. But before you start the machine, you want to make sure that this thing is pulled all the way up. All right, and how to actually start the machine is there's a little knob on the side here. For anything, you want to be able to turn this left and then turn this right. Hold this button, start. And as you're holding that, you want to push this knob up and hold. I'll show you guys that very shortly. And then next knob over here is we have the RPM, higher and lower. Higher RPM to obviously make the engine go faster, and then hold it down to put the RPM just a little bit lower depending on the job that you got. Next up, we have the on and off switch for the actual cutting. The blades this is gonna allow it to spin. So very simple. You want to turn it on, push up, hold. You want to turn it off, push down, hold. And then on the far left here, this actually controls the cutting height of the Agria, which I'm also going to show. You basically just hold it up if you want to raise the cutting height, hold it down if you want to lower the cutting height. It actually stops when it gets to its highest level, which is really cool. And the last two things over here is our drift and our speeds. So what's very unique about the Agria is the fact that it's able to actually cut on a 55-degree slope, anything less than that, right? So what the drift actually does, it allows to actually shift the blades to be able to cut at the angle that the Agria is moving at. So let's say you're at a 45-degree angle to the right. You're going to turn this over to the right, and it starts to shift the blades to be able to cut at that area. Super cool. The technology behind that is awesome. And then we have the different speeds. Speed 1 being the slowest the Agria is going to move, and speed 4 being the fastest it's going to move. So let's go ahead and start the machine up. So what we're going to do, turn this to the side, turn it left, turn it right. Screen's going to turn on. Make sure this knob is up. Hold start. And boom. The machine is all started. So it might be a little hard to hear me right now, but as you can see, the Agria is getting rolling. If you want to go over to the controls over here again. So RPM, you raise it up. It goes up. You lower it down. You can hear it get a little bit lower, right? So usually when you start the machine, it's going to be at its max RPM. When you go off, turns it on. All right. And then the mowing deck, you can actually lower it and raise it up as well. So if you want to come over here and take a look, here's a good example of me actually raising the mowing deck. See, that's the highest. And then lowering it. Very cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the actual cutting. Hold. Hear that? That's how you know it's getting ready to go. And then now it's on. Super simple, super easy to use. And then turn it off. Go ahead and click this big red button. Boom. And that is how to use the Agria. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I cannot wait for you guys to try out this machine. It's been absolutely blowing us away here at Edge, and I'm super excited to see you guys try it out too. See you soon. Speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, and speed 4.